So how did I get a Madden 16 jacket? Because I had the best job in the world. When I say I had the best job in the world at Valve, I think people don't realize how much I had the best job in the world. Here's an example. I am in Sweden, which I'm not going to say about the last video. But I go out to this EA event, and me and Doug Church are doing a bunch of demos for EA people. Because Valve smartly said, hey, EA is currently not on Steam. They took their games off of Steam. That's cool. Because A, they'll eventually be back on Steam. And B, if we help the industry as a whole, we help ourselves. And so Valve's thing was always like, their edict to me was like, don't worry ever about like, hey, did this person get on Steam? Is this about Steam? It's just like, go do cool stuff with VR and help the industry. Like, right? So that's my job. And I'm in Sweden and I'm like having a fun time. I really like Stockholm. How do all my friends there? Okay, but so I'm there and I meet Roy at this EA event, and Roy runs was a Tiberian Studios in Orlando, now EA Orlando. Way more boring name. But so he's like, hey, it'd be great to see this. Now out of there, they run Madden and some other stuff. I just know the Madden part of it because I'm a big fan of Madden. And I told him, I'm like, shoot, I love Madden. And one of the things at Valve was like, you can go to any studio you want. You can go to anybody, even if they're not on Steam, don't worry, right? So he invites me and I say, when do you want to go? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I will book a trip. I will book the ticket right now. Let's go. Like, I don't have to set this up. I don't have to okay this with anybody. I'm in Sweden. I got to go home. I can go hang out with my family for a bit, which is why I stopped going to the office. But so then we set up the Orlando trip, and I go to Orlando, where I find out the scariest thing is that Orlando airport is the nexus for most transmissions of diseases in the world, because nobody cancels their Orlando or their Disney vacation. So, okay, I go there and set up VR for them. And they got all kinds of crazy ideas. They're trying stuff and they're seeing it. And, you know, my thing is always just like, be generous with your time. So I'm like, how long do you want me to stay here? I'll be here as long as you want. So I'm there for like a couple days, hanging out. In the middle of the day, they take me out to dinner. So here's the thing is, this is where I put on weight, because everybody's like, oh, we got to take somebody out for dinner. So if we're going to take somebody out for dinner, we're going to go to the steak place. And so everybody takes me to the steak place. But now for them, it's like a special night. And so they're going out to get steaks. And I'm like, well, I can't just get the salad. I got to get a steak too, because I'm weak. I'm human. So I got a bunch of steaks all the time. And then here's the craziest thing. That was the night that they were going to CERT for Madden 16. Or, yeah, it was that year. Or was it 17? Whatever. They were going to CERT that year, like that day. Now at Valve, that is a 5-alarm fire. We were, like I said, I've slept in the offices. We go crazy. And they're all like, their heads in the studio are like, yeah, we're going to dinner because we're in control. We got this. We run this like a machine. Now, you can come in my comments and you can say a bunch of bad things about Madden. And I won't block you, but I'm going to strongly disagree ahead of time, because I think that's a series that consistently adds new stuff, tries some things, works pretty well. Tone down the music stuff. It's not a music video, right? It's a game. It's a game. And if I want to play franchise solo, because I always go in as the Browns, win the Super Bowl, undefeated, because you have your fantasies, I have mine. And I don't play that guy, by the way. No. And then I just lose a lot in it. But I really like the series, so get off my case. But yeah, that's how I got the jacket. And that's how I had the best job in the world, where you just travel around and you go to game studios and you talk to people about games and show them cool stuff. Like, it really was a good gig.